Good evening, guys. This is what I'm grabbing today. I'm grabbing this as I speak to you. And welcome to this channel. And if you're new here, you are welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Life is sweet. Very nice grapes. Welcome to this channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. You are always appreciated. I want to wash a few grapes that I can chew as I speak to you. Look at this avocado. This is a good size of avocado and look very mature and very fresh. Very nice. So as for the avocado, that will be tomorrow's business. For today, I'm gonna do the grapes as I speak to you because it's good to grab something as you speak. It's good to grab something in this life. So guys, how has your day been? Mine was very busy. I still went back. I have to today my life in front of you guys, in front of you, and tell you how I spent my day. I went back to the patient and I had to go take the patient back for review. You remember I told you that there's a patient that I'm helping. Guys, it was a busy day in the hospital corridors, but I'm thanking God because sometimes God puts us in people's lives so that we can help. And this particular time, it is me who is supposed to help this one who is not feeling well. And that's how I spent my day in the hospital corridors and back. Exhausted. And some of these fruits that I'm chewing here, I bought for the patient and I said, okay, let me also buy for myself. You know, when you are with a sick person, always buy them fruits. If they can be able to eat fruits, buy them fruits because fruits are good for health. So I bought them fruits and I remembered to buy myself this pack of grapes for myself. And let me tell you guys, I love grapes. I love grapes so much. This may be just be eaten within a day. I love them so much. I may eat all these within a very short time. You see the size? That's the way they are. And they are so sweet. So my day was a busy one, not very pleasant, but my patient wasn't doing very well. And having spent time with her, I did not have enough time to visit my street, the White Street. I did not even have time. But anyhow, I said I'm not gonna come and disappear on you guys because I'd promised that I'll be seeing you every day, back to back, until we get to 1,000 subscribers. So there's one thing I noticed where I was. And last time I told you that you may go and think that you are sick, but when you get to hospital, you find very, very sick people. And that is why I'm doing this video. Guys, I'm telling you, when you are eating grapes, you'll not even be able to talk. So I better stop eating these grapes and tell you the story, because the minute I put one grape in the mouth, I just feel like chewing it fast before telling you the story. Very nice. So now, guys, I'm through with the ones that I was eating. Again, you don't overeat. Those ones are for tomorrow. I wanted to mention something. Have you ever gone to hospital on a visiting hour and found curtains drawn on a patient who was there yesterday? When I was visiting my patient, that four patient room, the room that my patient was in is not a private room. It is a room with 4 other patients. So the beds are 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's this corridor in the middle. And yesterday and the previous day, these beds were having patients. In fact, when I was talking to my patient over lunch hour, I could share my prayer with all of them, because I like talking about God. I prayed for them. We shared, and they told me, hey, I've been here for a week. That other one said, oh, I've been here for 2 weeks. Another one was 3 days. And then my patient was 2 days. So that person who has been there for 3 days that's the bed that I found, like it's surrounded by a curtain. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? My body shook like this, because this is a person I was just speaking to yesterday. And I was like, oh my God, what has happened to that patient? So I entered, spoke to my patient, said hi to them, and I gave them some fruits. Actually, I had bought fruits for every one of them, 4 packs. And I was like, oh my God, am I going to ask where this one is, or should I just keep quiet and wait for them to tell me? So I was there, and it took 2 minutes, just exchanging some pleasantries there. And then one of the patients said, just that patient just, broke the news to me that yesterday they lost their friend, and the friend is not there. And I was like, oh my God. And had even come with his fruits. He was a gentleman. Had come with his fruits. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? He didn't wake up in the morning. He just died in the night. And we were like, do people die in the night? Actually, excuse me, in the wards, have you been to see patients in the ward like over lunch hour? During the 1 hour visit that you are in the wards, have you ever seen somebody die when you are there? As for me, I've visited hospitals, I've visited patients, but nobody has ever died while we are there and visiting. So, but I've visited hospitals, and I hear my patients several times say that so and so died in the night. And I was like, oh my God, is it habitual? Is it normal? Is this what happens, that people have to die in the night? Oh my God, I'm so afraid. I was so afraid. Because this is somebody I was speaking to even yesterday. And I'm like, oh my God, no, this should not have happened. This should not have happened. So guys, I was so shaken. In fact, I was so shaken as if I knew this person. And I've seen this patient for only 2 days, because my patient has only been there for 2 days. So, this is a person I had spoken to 2 days ago, sitting on the bed, and gave them fruits the day before yesterday, and was able to even eat a fruit. Today, no more. And how short is life, guys? How short is life? What does darkness bring when you go to sleep in the night? What does it bring? Do you have to die at night, and your people come in the morning and they find you are not there? And also you, have you ever been in a ward, maybe admitted, and you wake up to find that your friend has already died, your neighbor whom you are speaking to while admitted in the same ward? Because most of the wards are not private. Most of the wards are not private, so you usually sometimes are admitted together with some other patients, or the general ward. We call it the general ward. Excuse me. So, have you ever been admitted hospitalized in a hospital, and you wake up in the morning to find that your neighbor died in the night. Don't you think it can be very scary? You can even think that you are the next, especially if you are very sick. Would you even be able to sleep in the night in the same ward? These are experiences that I've not had, but these are things that came crossing my mind as I was coming home. I said, oh my God, if it were me in that ward, would I have been able to sleep there again? Because you cannot call the nurse to transfer you. You'll have to still remain on your bed. And maybe the person who died is the one who is just next to you there. Why are people so afraid of death? Because I'm one of them. So afraid. Very afraid. So I don't know. I thank God I've not been hospitalized and no one has ever died on me when in hospital or when sharing maybe the ward. And also, I've not also known somebody that I spoke to yesterday and the person passed on today or in the night. Like this person that I spoke to yesterday, we shared some fruits and then today, no more. Oh my God, very scary, very, very scary. Very, very scary. And have you ever taken somebody to hospital and maybe on getting to hospital, thinking that you are coming back with them, you find that they are admitted and you are told, you are leaving him here, please, we are admitting him, this case is serious. And what do you feel when going back home alone? And this is somebody that you are taking to hospital thinking you'll come back home with. These things just crossed my mind and I said, hospital is scaring. Hospital is so scaring. I don't want to go to hospital. Oh no, I don't want to go to hospital. So I'm very, very fearful. And there's a story I'm going to tell you about somebody who is also fearing that a person that he takes care of may pass on any minute. And the person is very afraid. I'm going to tell you a story that's a story for another day. That you usually take care of somebody, you care give somebody, but you are very sure that the most they can live is 7 days. Oh my God, I would be very, very afraid because this person, I'm very connected to them, and if I woke up one day and find out that they are not there, I would feel very, very afraid. Oh my God, I would feel very, very bad. I'm very afraid of death. I don't like it. Who likes death? Nobody. Who would even want to lose somebody? No, not even my worst enemy. I don't want them to die. No. I want everybody to live here to see the goodness of the Lord in this land of the living. The Bible says that God will give us many more days, that we should pray for many more days so that we may see the goodness of the Lord in this land of the living. Yes, I want to see the goodness of the Lord in this land of the living. So that was my experience today. I was so afraid. I came home thinking, afraid and feeling like, oh my God, hospital is not a good place. And now that I left my patient still there, I'm just wondering, gosh, hey, how about if I go there tomorrow and I'm told my patient is not there? No, my patient is not going anywhere anyway. But I'm still afraid, you understand? You understand, people? Do you understand that I'm very afraid? Especially in that ward where I left my patient. Because that is the ward that a patient died. Oh my God. I'm very afraid. Very, very afraid. So, guys, I don't know what to say. Maybe all I can say is that it is by God's grace that we see the gift of life. We see every a day. The next day, we see a new day. It is by God's grace that we see a new day. And we should be very grateful, very thankful to God whenever we come across a new day. And when we go to such places like hospitals, that is when we learn to appreciate life. Because, hey, life. We learn to appreciate life when we go there and see that people are even losing lives. And I'm just thinking loudly, let me think loudly about nurses who work on these people. Yes, they are trained. They went through a very rigorous training while graduating for nursing and doctorate or whatever the courses they have done. How do they feel when they take care of a patient, coming round to give them medicine? They go back, they come after the medicine hour, they come and give them medicine. Oh my God. And then one one visit, the next visit they come, they find that their patient is gone. How do they feel? How do they feel when they see him being removed from that bed, very, very, very stiff, having died? How do they feel? And especially if they have been admitted in hospital, yes. My doctor was coming and saying, good morning to me, good morning, how are you today, how are you feeling? And we could exchange pleasantries before he treats me or before she treats me, and I would feel connected to that nurse. So I don't understand how they feel when they come, especially if they have had some connection with the patient and they felt the patient has died. Death is awful. Death is bad. We refuse death. We say it's not our portion in Jesus' mighty name. No, we shall live on this earth many more years to see the goodness of the Lord in this land of the living. In this land of the living, we shall live long. So, guys, I thank you for listening, and I know you also spent your day in whatever capacity, but mine was spent that way, in a very sad way. But I thank God, and I'll be okay. And I pray for the family that lost their loved one, that God may console them, may God may comfort them, because He's the God of comfort. Guys, please subscribe to this channel. Let me go and sleep. Subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Oh my God, bye bye.